Ladies and gentlemen, follower of Voice Gede, um, we are pleased to welcome you again on this platform. First and foremost, we are sorry for the time delay. We had some technical issue that we're working towards, and thank God that we got it straightened out. But we are not here to delay you today. We're here for at least an hour because we have gone almost all the time. So we want to be consistent on our timing. We also sorry today. Well, our guest is engaged into some other issues, so he won't be here today. My co-host as well won't be here today. Will be the team in County and R. We as we told you, will still be on this uh Bazon District BIE Johnson land issue until we can get or understanding. We can get to the bottom of it. So today, not to delay you much, not to waste your time. I'm your host, Brother Omega G Color, and I got the team in studio. They'll be introducing themselves.
Randolph Nyongpao City here in Zwedu, heading the team of Voice of Gedeh 88.5. We are here, fully prepared, assisted this evening by my colleague here, Luis Nyosio Zaipo, who is trying to get everything set here, and as soon as possible, he will be on the line.
Thank you. So that's the introduction today. As you said, the reason why you see we are on this issue because this is not something that we say we are getting paid for. Our concern here is the people because we are the voice of the people. Now, one thing we want to lay some ground rules here, and the land issue is bringing a serious problem in county and in country. What people don't understand, the central government is only looking at it because it's in county for now, but it's going to escalate as we are seeing it. So we want to give all of this our attention. We got the Bazan district president here who was a little concerned about this issue, but we are not hearing from him. We also have the Grandidian diaspora voice. We don't know what they are selling now. We also have the representative Honorable Jacob C. Dibi. We don't know what he understands about this land issue. It is alleged that he appointed Elysium, one Burkinabes, from his office to be his Elysium in county and in his district. But our major concern here is this deed that landed in our hand. We heard that the superintendent had leased a 500-acre land. How did the superintendent were able to lease 500-acre land? Because the superintendent and the chairperson of LLA, that is the Bureau Land Authority, have go in their little secret corner and plan something. And the reason why I say they plan something that is fishy, that is embarrassing the county and its people, is we got a deed that landed in our hand, and next week we'll be displaying to you all the documentation. The 900-acre, the one from BIE Joseph, that the team went and spoke with the man on ground who family owns the land, according to him, that he negotiated with the superintendent and all the things. We'll get to that, but what I want us to get here is this. The 900-acre land. The chairperson of Liberian Land Authority signed this deed on the 8th of July. The surveyor signs the deed on the 10th of July. The court, the probate court, signs the deed on the 29th of August. Now, we as reporter, critical thinkers, we want to know why it took 1 month for it to get to the probate court. First and foremost, the question here is, and you are free to call in. I'm sorry, we didn't check the number, but the number is 623. You can call the local number when you're from Grand Gede County. You can call the local number there. The team will read the number, but the WhatsApp number, or when you're in the US or the diaspora, you can call 623 205 4263. Again, the number is 623 205 4263. That's the WhatsApp number. And I will ask the team to read the local number there, please.
Balloon Star is 0880 878 382. 0880 878 382. 0775 151 308. By WhatsApp, plus 231 772 770 212 to have your contribution through.
So thank you. So while we are concerned about this D, the question here is, if the D was prepared, how was it prepared? Who prepared the D? Question number one. How was the chairperson, or how is it that the chairperson of the Liberian Land Authority was the first person that signs the deed before anyone else? Why? Why was he so interested in signing the deed? Was it his role to be the first person to sign the deed before even the land authority? I mean, before the surveyor? Excuse me. Was the chairperson of the Liberian Land Authority supposed to have been the first person to sign the deed before the surveyor? If so, then to the probate court. I don't know about land business now. Trust me, that's not the area I go in. When you ask me how to sweep, I know how to sweep. I don't know about land issue. So the question here is the court supposed to have signed after the chairperson of the Liberian Land Authority signed? And if so, how long was this supposed to take before the court signed after the chairperson of the Liberian Land Authority signed it? If you look at that date, it took 1 month, 1 day for the court to be able to sign. Why it took that long? Is it that the court was not okay to sign the deed, or what transpired between them? Even the acting land authority in Grand Gede County, who is now under suspension, I got yet to see the hard copy. I never printed it out yet, but it's hard for me to see the date that he signed. I don't see date there, but I don't want to be. That shouldn't be my argument for now. You know. It have been with me. I need to print it on. Like I said, I will display everything next week so we can have that discussion. But to those of you that have little idea and concern to the Bison District leadership in the America, we want you to come in. Honorable President, I have been calling you. I have been calling you. Honorable DB, you have the opportunity to come as well. You can call in or you can send anyone to call in to at least give us an idea. What prompted you to get a Lyceum officer of Burkina when you, the person, was very concerned about the Burkina being in your district and they're trying to take over the forest of your ancestor and you yourself. To the Grenadian diaspora voice, I know you changed your name, but he was a good advocate. We brought you here on numerous occasions, but now you are silent. You can call in to let us know if you have an idea or a clue on this, or what's your stand now regarding the whole issue. Since Superintendent went to Superintendent, you're also free to all the Superintendent supporter, and you are free to call and contribute. So we'll take it to our studio and get what you got to offer.
Yeah, that's good. It is important that we continue to discuss the issue because our inability to go deeper into it to get the factual information from there, it places us somewhere in a doubt with those that we are representing, more especially the voice of the voiceless. Now, my opinion on this issue has to do with the timing of the deal. From the information that we gather from BIU zone, specifically with the conversation uh, coming from the BIU zone citizen spokesperson, Mr. Kanye. Now, and then from the suspended acting land administrator here in Gede, Honorable Pay Fremont. This deal was presented to the chairperson of the Board of Commissioners, the Labrador Land Authority, by the superintendent. Because the chairperson called the land administrator here and said the superintendent presented a deed to me. I know these are always coming from land deeds are coming from the angle from the offices of the surveyor, because surveyor is the one who is going to survey the land. If that was done, then when the surveyor taking it to our personal town land or maybe somewhere that we bought, the surveyor will go there and then do the survey, and that person is preparing the deed for you to be signed by the authority or the character concerned. So the chairperson informed the suspended land administrator here that the superintendent presented a grand deed to me. So I'm signing it and then sending it down to you, because at the county level here, the deed is recorded with the page number and the volume number. The volume and the page number will be attached here by the land office here in the specific location. So the superintendent presented a development grant deed to the commissioner, to the chairperson. The conversation in between there make the commissioner chairperson, the chair of the board of commissioner, to not do a due diligence. I think the commissioner, the chairperson for the board of commissioner and the land authority did not do the people of Grand Gede well. And if I were in the seat as the head of the executive, the first person that I'm going to suspend and send for investigation are the chairperson for the land, for the chairperson for the Labrador Land Authority. The superintendent presented a development grant deed to you. The very first thing, I think they called Tomonga, who is the director for land, the annual land dispute, sitting at the central office. She was being the one to be leading a team, because it's a government development grant deed. So government institutions were doing a due diligence. doing a verification. The team from land authority is supposed to be here, and then working along with the team from the land authority Grand Gede chapter to go to the site. The chairperson should have told the superintendent, okay, I see the grand, do you want to do a due diligence? Want to send a team down there to do a verification, to go to BIE, go to BIE zone, go to the land in question, making sure before I am signing as a chairperson, making sure that that land belongs to government, that that land is a free land, that land is a government development land. The land photo that we show you, that we have in our possession, voice of Gede, it's not a void land, it's not disputed, it's a land with development only. They planted cocoa, they started harvesting the cocoa, they announced they've been selling the cocoa. This is the second year now. So for somebody to come and say, oh yeah, that particular portion of the 6,000 plus acres, and not taking 900 from inside and not having the development activity for the 900, taking 500 or the 900, to give it to another investor. I think the chairperson or the land authority offices needed to have done a due diligence to the people of Grand Gede, specifically BI user. Going there and coming to Grand Gede and say, look, we are a team of investigators. We are a team, even if possible, coming with the man who claimed to be a lawyer here, who came and taking keys from people around here, passing around, that did not even go to BI user. When they came to Zwedu, went to the city hall, they were there, authority had their offices, and telling somebody, I'm here to do an investigation. I'm waiting to hear and to see the report that coming off on that place, that investigation he came to do. The team now will come to Grand Gede, working in line with the team from here, from the land authority office, headed by pay, to go to the site, collecting the representation from the BI Juzon family, and said, look, we understood from the superintendent that there is a government reserved land here. We came to do an investigation here. Now, beside the superintendent office, land authority, it will be a joint investigation team. Development superintendent office will be represented. The commissioner, the office of the commissioner for BI district will be represented. A possible representation from the district coordinator from the office of Representative Jacob Gede will be on that team to go to the place. The paramount chief or the client chief for BI Juzon will be able to be should be on the team. That high power delegation will move in to the site to verify what the superintendent has said. There will be a report from that mission. CC copy will be done, will be shared with the superintendent office, development superintendent office, and copy will be left with the land authority office here. The report will be sent to Morovia. And in fact, the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, because revenue will be generated, there will be a representation from the Liberia Land and from the Liberia Revenue Authority to also go to the place. They will move in after the team work, then they carry the report to the commissioner chairperson. Now we went at the site, we went to Grand Gede County, we visited BI, specifically BI Juzon. Now this is a report. It was established, we have a government reserve land there. And that government reserve land will carry a surveyor, a government surveyor from the land authority, survey the land. It was established that it's 900, the total acres, or maybe acres came up to 900 plus, or 900 exact. So this is it. You can now sign. Then the commissioner will sign, because development grant deed, development activity, development purposes, it's not emergency. We should not be in a rush. If we are sure that we are doing something free of criminal intent, the county attorney who is serving as an advisor, legal advisor to the superintendent, needed to be on that mission. So indeed, our intent is to boost the economic revitalization of this particular county. We will be getting revenue from that place. We'll be going into an agreement that every year we'll be getting revenue from there for development purposes in the county. We move in, and then the report will be spread. Civil society organization, civil society network. And their representation will be there. Media will cover that. And then all these institutions, this institution will be having copy of the report. It goes back to the chairperson, and the chairperson will say, yeah, it is established now. I can now sign. Whether 2 months, whether 3 months, whether 4 months, we are still doing the verification. Any investor who want to do business, we all have to give her a chance so that we can do due diligence before we are moving into a contract to produce a deal. From the deal now, before we can have a contract or before we can have an agreement with whosoever person that want to do a business. When that is established, we also need, if possible, we need to do bidding. We have a government reserve land here that's about 900 acres. Anybody wishing to do business with us, you can now send in your bid. There will be a committee set up. We're looking for investors. Why is it when you want to bring company to do logging and you want to bring company to do mining, when it meet international standard according to PPCC, then you can do bidding. So we have a government reserve land that's about up to 900 acres. Let's do bidding. And investor will come. From the committee report, John Brown will be selected. When John Brown is selected, then we can go into lease agreement with John Brown. But the formality will be done to produce a deed, making sure that the government reserve land, 1 acre is not by private property. 2 acres is not even, or maybe 3. It's not, because that place is bounded by, not by Kavala River, but it is understood that, oh yeah, this is the boundary between Liberia and Africa. What happened if our horror is extending to the Africa? We're going to have a regional dispute. The issue with Liberia and Africa are going to come in. We are encroaching on their foreign land. So to make sure that we are in line with international protocol and we are in line with our Liberian laws, we need to take our own time. When that is done, then we can now say, okay, we have John Paul, we are now going into open agreement with Paul as an investor, or they identify the noted investor who's supposed to come to do a development activity here. Now we need to go sign agreement with somebody that plenty cocoa. Yeah, you plenty cocoa. Why we need to do that? If you even taking worker, because a job opportunity, the worker that you bring in, who are they? So Burkinabe, or they will be mixed with Liberian. Let's sit down and know what will be the community benefit. The road leading to that place is about 1 hour 40 minutes. 1 hour 40 minutes ride on motorbike professionally. How are we going to redeck some of these breaches that we had there? How we will clean the road? So all these things need to be discussed. We sit in the open. And then when that is done, then we know that John Paul, who is a Burkinabe or Malian or maybe somebody who is a Nigerian or Kenyan, is now doing the business. With that, we will be free of those doubted questions. But that was not done. The conversation between the superintendent and the chairperson for the board of commissioners was fishy. The board of commissioner chairperson called down here and said, oh yeah, I'm signing a development grant deed. Development what deed? What diligence did you do to the people of Grand Gede? What fair play was your role? He didn't do that. He signed it, it came down. Now when the head of this spending entity, whether Ministry of Internal Affairs, whether Liberal Land Authority, that evening, the director for legal, now the immediate boss to the administrators in the various country, now the oversight commissioner to the administration for the administrators in the various country. The chairperson of the board of commissioners was the one who called Pay Freeman. What do you expect Pay Freeman to do? To say, Honorable Chairperson, please wait until we can do a due diligence. They will see as a broad insubordination, and Pay will be served a warning letter. And the level of Pay is not administratively inclined. Pay is not somebody who will respect his integrity. Pay lost moral in the conversation. It can be somebody like us, or something like integrity or policy-oriented person around here. The commissioner will call and say, oh yeah, I'm signing a development grant deed, and it's coming down to you, the superintendent presented it. The person will say, yeah, but all due respect, Honorable Chairperson, why you signing it before you can come down to me? I'm going on the side now to verify whether this deed, whether the play in question the information you got or the information that you are getting is real. So please hold on with the senator. Give me the next 2 days. I will be back to inform you. They did not do that. The very first thing Pay was acting. Pay had a situation surrounding him already that the position that he occupying requires somebody with a bachelor degree either in business administration or with a bachelor degree in maybe rural development and thing. Pay about 5 on that end. And to be to just tell you strictly with the comfort the document in our possession that which we have copy of, Pay was all around here. Pay was the acting land administrator. So Pay was acting. So Pay, who is now acting, now even legitimate land administrator appointed by the land authority, will not reject to anything, will not bring any opinion, policy oriented opinion to the chairperson. Pay will accept. Pay accepted. Now the committee, the chairperson signs the deed. The chairperson signs the deed. There was no information from the superintendent office, from the public relation person. There was no information from the development superintendent office telling the people of Grand Gedeh County on all the media platforms, on all the radio stations in Grand Gedeh, that the superintendent is undertaking a development initiative that the people of Grand Gedeh County are going to benefit, and for verification purposes, the development initiative, the development agenda will focus on, in BI specifically, BI zone, from the border, this endpoint, that endpoint. No information of that kind. Civil society was never informed of that. Even if they were informed, civil society right now, as I was told by the chairperson after our show, after our show, yeah, we make a remark at the court opening, and then we inform the people that the county attorney need to kind of do what he did. That was not enough. So the deed came. The deed went back to the superintendent after the commissioner signs it. And once the superintendent has that deed that has been signed by the chairperson of the board of commissioner, that alone is authority by itself. And then the superintendent owner authority, so you have a double power from the power that be on that particular deed. The superintendent took it and sent it strictly for processing. Then you start to have the drama. The surveyor signed. Because the deed in question, we know where it came from and what kind of deed was that. So it landed strictly in the private surveyor hands. And the private surveyor was signing it. The private surveyor, who once upon a time served this country and county as a government licensed surveyor, was now signing a development grant deed that he knew that he was aware of as a seasoned educated land surveyor. That alone brings us to a mind that these are some of the reasons for which, those were some of the reasons why the same surveyor here or the surveying team that we had in Grand Gedeh was surveying land for people more than 2 times to different owners, because due diligence was not done. The surveyor here needed to have done a due diligence. I will prepare the deed. I prepare the deed. Before I prepare the deed, let me go and do verification. Before I even sign, because when you sign on communication, it becomes a record. He didn't do that. It landed to the court. The deed landed to the court.
The deed landed to the court.
Yes.
The deed landed to the court. So are you saying that the surveyor whose signature or who is signatory to that deed, having gone to the scene, how do he came up with that? He went to the scene?
He did not go to the scene, because if he went at the site, he will know that the land is not disputed, the land is not virgin, the land is not belonging to government. The very first thing, if you're doing due diligence, you will get to know that when Isaiah went there before to do a survey for the BI do some people on the same land issue. So then you will get to know that, hey, there's a problem. We have to be very careful. Now, what disappointing, what baffled me was the deed again landed to the judiciary, the court, without doing a due diligence. The legal advisor to the president of this republic, reducing it to ground, coming down to the county level, the legal advisor told the superintendent, the county attorney. No wonder why the county attorney was just flying around in Grand Gedeh here with Sorin on a car, using tinted winches, enjoying the Liberian people revenue, their taxpayer money, pretending that they are doing work in the place. They're not doing nothing around here. Criminally, I want to say here in the open, criminally. Because if you sign to something that you attended a meeting serving as a PRO, you were explaining the benefit of the BIG, some people, the benefit of the Liberian, the benefit of the Grandidian to that meeting, within that meeting, to the people, being on record. And at the end of the day, you say, I did not go through the documents so I signed. Are you kidding me? So let's take, for instance, if your decision or your signature was to send Randall City to a prison for 25 years, kind of they are beyond by, and then you threaten the Liberian people, say, I signed because I did not read the verdict. He signed. He did not only sign, he presented the deed to the court. I think in my lay non-lawyer, non-legal mind, I think it's contagious. The county attorney needs to be summoned by the circuit court judge for misleading the court, not only to transfer him.
So,
He misled the court.
So you think he misled the court? So you think the
Yeah.
decision from Justice Minister to relocate or transfer the county attorney at this time, you think it was right? Or
The
you think it is
president should
right?
have a justice. The president should have a justice minister suspended for administrative reasons, because there is the issue where, and in fact, the role play brought the government in disrepute with the public, because nobody will trust the judiciary, nobody will trust the court. People were supposed to do due diligence to the court, they did not do it, and the court signed. The circuit judge signed. Now they were
So Mr.
the
Seri,
clerk signed.
the
Yeah,
clerk sign, the judge sign, or the
county attorney.
county attorney sign. So do you think you went on the same? The BIE Gilson people still have their land. They claiming it. This is the land. If the Burkinabe go there now, who leasing this 500 acre according to the superintendent, they go there to get a 500 acre from there, and they're having to have a misunderstanding, or they're having to bring a misunderstanding out. How do you think the court going to handle this issue?
And in fact, if you say misunderstanding, you're reducing it. Don't polish it. You're going to be chaotic.
Okay.
A very good, yeah, very good drama. It's going to be a chaotic situation.
Let's take that.
Chaotic
So how
situation.
you think
Yes,
the court going to get involved? Would the court
the
going to
court will
rule
be
in favor of?
very confused, because it will result into protest. The Burkina Faso question will never go to that place, because the place in fact is being developed. So it's like you coming on my farm. I already harvested. Then you come and say you want to take 500 acres, but not farm land. You want to take 500 acres of my cocoa. And the BIG people, they will not say that, because next year will be the legal agreement conversation between the BIG citizen and the Pierre guy who in question that have developed the land. So the BIG people telling the people of Liberia that nobody will go to that place to claim 500 acres from the place. If you sign agreement with the superintendent, you can go to him, you produce somewhere different. So you see how it looks like. So he will not go there in question. The citizen, on the other hand, then the Burkinabes that developed the place, that have more than 500 people in that place, living there, men, women, and children that are there. They will not move from that place, because economically they are getting their survivability from to that place. They're working for this guy, the guy paying them. So to come down and say we'll take the 500 acre will be maybe some of their villages and things around.
Suppose the new
So it will
man
not
come
be
suppose the new man come in, the new guy
yeah.
who taking over the 500 acre, and he choose to pay them double. You don't think they're going to work for him?
No, they will not work for him. They will not even leave the place. The guy have been there now for 5 years since 2020. 2020 to 2021, then developing the place. And these guys have been living with him. I met some cakes. If you look at the video, you see I met some cakes. And then some of them they were between the ages 3, 4 to 2, and, 5. Some of them 5. So let's assume that somebody was there for 5 years, and then we saw the kid that is something around 3 years. So they were there and they had a kid. So you see how it looked like people born children in the place. And all of extended family members are moving in. And they are doing intermarriages right now. Some of our sisters that are in the Africa that they have children by because they have their roots in the Africa there, they are now bringing them. So it's going to be a complete drama. Those were people who started informing the BI to some people that, oh yeah, people crossing already, they're going to your side. So you'll go there to have an agreement with the people. So again, to come and say, oh yeah, the guy in question who had a transaction or interaction or penny, business transaction with the superintendent will not go to that place. Because the Burkinabe versus Burkinabe is a complete dramatic activity. If you follow it from section to section in Grand Gedeh County, you get to know that Burkinabe chat Burkinabe in the forest, Burkinabe run behind Burkinabe in the forest. So to sit and say, oh yeah, we got 500 acres here, so you move from there, we're taking all your cocoa because they're not going to plant again. There's a cocoa already there that is being harvested. So they will not go there. And then on the protest, they already started a notification to national government. They left, they went to Monrovia, they notified the world and they notified the country that there is an issue that has the propensity to create chaos in Grand Gedeh, specifically along the Ivorian border. And joint security conversation will always link that the whole land drama issue. When they're going for high-profile security meetings, they will tell you right now along the Liberia Africa border, specifically from Bakubi area, there is a conversation concerning land issue that in the future might have a security threat. So it's not only from Liberia. Africa is also discussing the issue of not be aware. They'll start barricading their border now with security personnel. It will also embarrass the cross-border trade with our women here, with our brothers and sisters who are doing trading in the Ivory Coast. So it's not only about the land, it's dragging a whole lot of things economically for this country. So it's very serious. The next issue that has to do with Burkinabe representation from the offices of Representative Gedeh. Sorry, we will not be the PRO. We're hoping to get a PRO from Representative Gedeh office. I think what our information informed us on was that there are a whole lot of Burkinabes in BI district. Being the representative for BI district and wanting to know what is happening with Burkinabes and then the Liberian in that community, in that district of Bazo. Representative Gedeh had decided that this guy is the man who almost like well known when it comes to the issue of Burkinabe activity. He is aware of who is where when it comes to Burkinabe. If you go to Bo and Plo, when they have Burkinabe, the other guy is aware how many people there and where are they coming from. Sometimes people coming from Burkina Faso, other people can pass through him to come. Like here, if I want Burkinabe to come to my farm here in BI, in Bazan district, they say this guy can always bring people. I'll go to him, I contact him, he'll go to the Africa and bring people. So looking at his role play, and then you say, okay, I think I can use them man to be the liaison between the Burkinabe and then my office. Now, where the school, the second school of thought has the confusion but from the background that okay, he's a Burkinabe, he's well known, people know him, we know him around here, but Africa and Liberia, we can speak the vernacular, we can speak French. So there's nothing about the Africa that we don't know of. I think it was better as a representative that we elected. If you have a vacancy in your office, it should be that you are appointing one of the Liberian Ghanaians who fluent in French. Just take 1 second and say Representative Gedeh office is looking for somebody who can speak both French by language. Okay, somebody who can speak both English and French to be working in office and be the liaison between the office and then the Burkinabe. That person has an added advantage. They speak French, and then they speak English. So it will be okay. So people saw it as a disservice to the citizen that elected him for him to have appointed Burkinabe knowingly when the issue of Burkinabe in Grand Gedeh County is key. So that was the problem the citizen has with Representative Jacob Debe. And again, it has a greater impact on the work of Representative Jacob Debe and the ground that no clarity is being made from the office of Representative Debe. Come and have a joint press conference in Grand Gedeh and say, we took the decision because of A, B, C, and D. And the people that elected you, the voice of the people, if they are saying the decision you took is not correct, I think he needed to reconsider his decision to stop that.
Who are the
Because
people
this
that
is
said? Who are the
the citizen
people?
of the citizen of Bason District.
The citizen
They
of
don't
Bazon District send you any communication that they are not
know.
satisfied with the decision?
No, but if you look at if you check on the social media, you find critics. You find people having problem with the appointment of Representative Jacob Debe. People discuss it on media. People discuss it on print on print on electronic media, and so then you will get to know even if the letter was once upon a time posted.
So
The communication
is
appointed.
that Burkinabe on payroll for the Liberal government?
Of course it will be. But right now, I can't say he was placed on payroll because then I should be telling you, I should be giving you some information concerning a payroll number or maybe ID card being issued him. I think that communication was produced and the feedback from the community, which we are not hearing anything like that again, whether the individual was considered or whether the letter was later on reconsidered, we don't know. It just left like that. So,
So you
so
say it's
like
just less like that. You went on the ground. Did you see the individual that was appointed?
no, I did not see him. I did not see him. He was not there. Even the Pierre guy, who is the lead business person between the BI Juson people, he's now in the Ivory Coast. And then you have a team in Liberia. It was the representative in Liberia that we talked to. And can you just imagine one of the lesson learned that the people of Grand Gedeh County and Liberia should be very careful of before moving in that place, going to the site. We seek a permission from the focus person for the Pierre guy. Can you just imagine going to BI Duzon, going to the forest, going to the Grand Gedeh forest as a Grand Gedeh? I was seeking permission from the Burkinabe from the Burkinabe focus person. The BI Duzon spokesperson has to go to his business partner who was in that place and say, the guys are from the press, they are from Voice of Gede, they came to do a fact finding here. So we are sending them now with somebody to go in the place. Please, when they are going there, allow your people to talk to them. Any information they want, let your people talk to them. They are here to speak for the voiceless. They are not here to videotape anything to go and bring security on your people. And the guy said, okay. And then he also gave her a member from his team. So we were four in numbers that were going. One motorbike in front of us with the BI Duzon representation, BI Duzon citizen representation, and the Burkinabe representation focus person, and then Voice of Gedeh team members. So we went in the bush. And then how we were able to talk to the guys on some of the videos that we sent you. So we are now seeking permission from the Burkinabes before going in our own forest.
So what are you
3-4 years
saying?
from now on,
If that was what if that conversation was not had with the Burkinabe, you think you were not going to be authorized to go there?
it was very risky for us. Anything can happen. Nobody can give an account of you. And the guys are in the bushes there. In the bush there, they are working. So when they see you different person, more especially microphone, camera, and trying to do videotaping and all the kind of things, sorry, you're speaking English, the guy is speaking French or speaking some kind of thing from Burkina Faso, and if the two of you can meet somewhere to a level where the sign language can carry you through, somebody somewhere will be badly wounded, and then you have yourself to blame. 1 hour 40 minutes in the forest, anything happens to you there, nobody can give an account.
So there's no clinic,
So
anything around there?
no clinic. We asked from our conversation, We asked how were they managing with their treatment, seeing men, women, and children traveling that long distance, more especially about this time, after 8 or 7, going to 8 o'clock in the in the evening. If we have a pregnancy cases or case, how are they managing? They say, okay, depending on the gravity, they are going to Bakubili. And then if it is in the day, non-major, they have to come back again to BI zone, and from there they have to ride on the motorbike to go to Tow Town before they can get treatment. So by the grace of God, they are there. So no health facility, no medical facility there in the among the villages and things that they had there. So that is one of the disappointing things there. A institution, even if we are going there, they are our partner in progress. I say partner in progress because they are partner to the BIG. Some people they are partner to the Nigerian. So even no safe drinking water right there. You know, they are getting water from the creek. And sooner or later, the disappointing thing to it is that in the next future to come, we are going to have some of our children there or some of the children there deformed. And you know, the deformed children that people can born because they see water that they are drinking. They are doing whole lot of things in the water, washing cocoa, taking all of the chemical that they're using on the cocoa, sometimes passing over the water, and you just name it. So they will actually appreciate for human's sake, you know, if if they can have some the hemp pump, medical facility there, it will also be good for them. You know.
If they can have a hemp pump or medical facility, that will also be good for them. We will be looking to speak with the representative on ground sooner or later to see the one who negotiated with the Burkinabe to um, have his cocoa planted on that land to see what are those things. And you say maybe next year they should be getting to legal agreement. So we want to know whether those things are part of his thought on having a legal agreement with the people, because it's possible too that not only the Burkina down there sick, it's possible that some of the citizens are sick, and then people can go there to take treatment. Like you said, there's no safe drinking water. If he go there for visit, where do he drink from? And all these things, they are all alarming and concerning. So we'll open the line and see from your end who all got a call or any comment or concern, so we can take few calls for now.
So again, from our side, if you can put your calls through so that we can have the issue discussed. 0880 878 382 0880 878 382 0775 151 308 0775 151 308. From our WhatsApp line 231 plus 231 772 770 212. 231 772 770 212. Put your calls through. Let's see how best we can listen to your opinion and find the way forward. This is where we are. Voice of Gede, 8.5, the voice of the voiceless. Coming to you direct from Telecom Community, Zouadou City, Grand Gede County. This is Nyon Pao Bediaku, Jise Falcon, Zekan Bleondra, and Just Sedi.
That's him. You heard his name. I don't know how to pronounce that name, so I don't want to go around it. But you heard his name. You say Jesus Final Call. I think you all know when what the crown protocol G, and it says it's a final call. That means you're not afraid of anything, but to do the right thing at all, not to do wrong. That's the only thing you're afraid of. To do wrong. It's always do the right thing. So our superintendent been out of county now. The concern of the citizen who speak for them in times of problem. You see, okay, in Morovia, we learned that he went in county for 3 hours and he left. We also learned that the fundraiser he went on, there were media practitioners that were stopped to enter the hall. Reason why? Best known to yourself. You want to have a fundraiser, but you deny all media practitioners. You're a superintendent for the county. We don't know whether you former now or you stay superintendent, but as far as we're concerned, you stay superintendent. Even though you sold the land or you leased the land that the citizens of BIE, Joson are not okay with. But since you went Morovia, we tried to reach you to hear from you. You said you are on ongoing investigation. I don't know for how long, but you can go in county to carry on your campaign launching. But you can't speak with any journalist. You can't talk to any of the station, even the community station there, to say something. How long you have in Morovia to get back in county? Who you left in charge officially? Now all say that yeah, come here, I'm going to Morovia or come out. And the social society that told you that when they went to the court opening, they told the court that the decision is not right. The county attorney need to come back. Do they mean business in a county?
Are they networking in the first place?
How are they considered civil society representative? What are they doing with this issue that is going on or that is ongoing? Are they speaking out? If they are so concerned that the superintendent need to come back, have they sent out any press release? Have they done or have they visited any of the stations, let's say the community station, Smart FM, to speak on that? Or any of the station in county? Or they just doing it like the people children say charade? They just won't show up because they went to court opening. That's what they're saying there. And since the court opening, what have been their action since then? Civil society. What's
Watchdog. That
what is their function? If they consider themselves civil society, what are their functions? How does the civil society function in county? Look at the critical issue and ignore it. Are they receiving bribery down there to close their mouths? Or they can be threatened when you talk, you'll not get a position. So they are there as remote control. We will need to speak with the civil society down there. If possible, we want to see whether we can get them here tomorrow. Is this something that you can do for us?
yes, I can do that arrangement as soon as the show is over right now. I will. Now, if you can, I will place calls. I say calls because I will be calling till I have the chairperson on the line and then do the arrangement to see whether the chairperson is coming here for us to have the conversation. Because after our last Saturday show, I was called by the chairperson, Mr. Augustine Kai Attila. He called me and then he was providing this information that, oh yeah, we are working, we can partnership. Yes, granted, we can partnership. It doesn't matter, we can work together. Okay, fine. We went, we were at the court opening and then we flag it out to doing the court opening.
And he
But
said he
what they
flecked
keep
it out. Is it verbally? He just said, "Oh, we don't
uh,
think it's
uh,
right," and he leave it, or he reduce it into black and white. How did he voice it out
no,
or fleck it out?
no, no. They are, during the court opening or any program for that matter, people, institution can be placed on the agenda. and say, okay, remark by John Brown. You go there and then representing your institution, you can say that. I think they
Okay.
asked him to make a remark and then they flag it up. But
So
then again, was saying,
after you said that, or after you should have spoken, you don't think say it's concerning or alarming to your institution. You don't think it's your responsibility to reduce it in black and white and say, look, even though we went to this setting or this program and we said this is what we mean. We want to let you guys know that we mean what we said down there and reduce it in black and
I
white
think
so the court will know that you are serious and they'll call their bosses in just a minute to say, oh, look, the civil society people, they sent this communication regarding this. So I think where we stand with this, is that something that's supposed to be done, or the civil society y'all go and carry on charade, as Liberian people say, go bluff in front of people so they say, oh, yeah, when the civil society people went there, they said they think, yo, is that what they wanted?
I, I think the civil society did not do anything. In my mind, the civil society have not done anything. Because the very first thing, yes, you can say, yeah, on behalf of the civil society, I'm here to say one, two, three, and four. And presiding judge, on behalf of the civil society, this is what I have said, and these are the communication. We're giving this letter to pray this court. I think it's like to ask the court, that you call the county attorney back before his transfer, call the county attorney back to revoke this particular illegal land transaction, because the county attorney pointed out on one of our sister stations here that the documentation was illegal. He didn't he signed, but he get to know that it was illegal. That was complete drama. If I was the supervisor for the county attorney, he will be arrested and
So,
called back to
so
office.
even though he said that, and the civil society look at that and wait for court opening to go there and go guess that
Yeah,
he
and no, so that was what was done by the civil society. Now you say something in the court, reduce it to black and white, and give it to the court. Then you share the communication to institution, and you
so
decide
what
you can do now a follow up.
I, I understand that our caucus are very concerned about the act of the superintendent, and that they send a communication that we got time to handle that vote of no confidence or vote of non confidence in the superintendent.
I think it's vote of recommendation.
Okay,
They
whatever
need to change.
adjective.
Yeah, they need to change that communication to vote of recommendations.
Okay, so we don't know what the communication is now, so we are all guessing
No, no, what
until we
happened?
can
You
see.
said it. You said it. The vote of no confidence in the superintendent. But I'm saying
Well,
that
well, we don't
there
know
are
whether
more.
that the communication is sent because we don't have it handy.
Yeah,
Okay, so we are assuming that assumption until we can see it and know the rubbish that was used there, then we'll get it right. So we don't want to say the caucus saying vote or no confidence or
yeah,
whatever vote they send there.
but
So
again, the chairperson was on one of the radio station in Grand Gede, sister radio station in Grand Gede, chairperson, Senator Tomo Yaya named it, and he said it. He is on
oh
record
he
for that. Yeah,
oh
he
okay.
said it that the caucus wrote declaring vote of non-confidence in the superintendent. But
Okay.
for me, the reason why I said it should be vote of recommendation and not vote of non-confidence, the caucus members, the caucus, they are yet to understand their responsibilities. The very first thing you have an oversight responsibility. The caucus can invite the superintendent to come get reason to the house why he has to do what he did by
Even
this
though
way.
even though the superintendent was appointed by the president.
They can ask plenary to invite him. Plenary
Okay.
can invite him. Yeah,
Well,
they can
I
do
don't
it.
know the Liberian law much. I don't want to dive into that. I
Now,
don't know.
the representative, the House of Representative or the House of Senate,
Okay.
the two of them, anyone, the representative can invite the superintendent to come give reason why he should not be here in contempt.
So I
The
always
Senate can
hear
do the same thing.
this. I always hear this saying: superintendent is in county or is appointed by the will and pleasure of the president.
Article
So
54.
the action of the superintendent, is it by the will and pleasure of the president that the superintendent choose to lease the 500 acre of land to the Burkinabe?
No, it's not by the will and pleasure of the president. The Constitution provides Article 54 that that responsibility is strictly on the plate of the president. The president can decide who will be the viceroy for him or for her. So the president is now using Article 54 to do the appointment of the superintendent. The superintendent will be counted to stabilize the place when it comes to peace and security, economic revitalization, and besides that, to explain government policy here, what government is doing, what they plan to do, how they will do it, how the citizen will now get for development. Now, the superintendent is coming here representing the executive from the Ministry of Internal Affairs. So for me, if the caucus has issue with the superintendent, the very first thing before writing a communication to the president, do the superintendent and the people of Grand Gedeh County due diligence by telling us that you know your responsibility, the oversight responsibility that you have. Read the Minister of Internal Affairs. Tell the Minister of Internal Affairs to come along with the superintendent on Monday or Tuesday to meet the caucus of Grand Gedeh County in the Capitol building. The Minister of Internal Affairs will come because the Minister of Internal Affairs is next door to the Capitol building. The Minister of Internal Affairs will come along with the superintendent of Grand Gedeh County to come give all reason why you are parading around here with government development or grant development land. The Minister of Internal Affairs will come. If the Minister of Internal Affairs refuses to attend to the caucus call, the caucus of Grand Gedeh County can write plenary separately from the upper and the lower houses. They can write plenary and say, invite the superintendent, invite the Minister of Internal Affairs. Then he can give reason why he is there respecting the caucus of Grand Gedeh County. He should come along with the superintendent of Grand Gedeh. Plenary will now instruct the clerk of the lower house or the upper house to go there and send a letter to the Internal Affairs Minister. And when you are invited by the house, you will not want to be invited by that house again. So the Minister of Internal Affairs will come and they'll call the superintendent and say, Mr. Superintendent, you have to come now. And then they will have the audience with the Minister of Internal Affairs and the superintendent. But because the caucus members individually, personally from their own angle, 95% of the caucus members, they don't first of all see the superintendent as the superintendent was supposed to stay here for the next 6 years. So because of that, they are not doing the people of Grand Gedeh County the rightful thing. The caucus, the Internal Affairs Minister will come with the superintendent. When the Internal Affairs Minister comes with the superintendent Internal Affairs Minister, if the Internal Affairs Minister is not aware, the Internal Affairs Minister will be aware there why the superintendent is taking the step that he's taking. If they're not doing anything, if the superintendent is not stopping, when the two of them disrespect the superintendent, sorry, the caucus is now writing the president asking for an audience with the president and say we were disrespected by the Minister of Internal Affairs and the superintendent. The president will instruct the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs to invite the two government officials. And then they are coming. The caucus member now can put the issue on the floor to the president and tell the president, Mr. President, we want you to reconsider the decision to recall the superintendent. You can transfer him somewhere different, but we don't want him over our country because it has security implications, his decision. The superintendent is not working with the caucus, and we are now speaking to you as the people of Grand Gedeh County representing the 5 districts. District in the sense that the two senators are controlling the 8 administrative district.
Yeah.
The 5 representatives, the 3 representatives, they are controlling the 3 electoral districts in Grand Gedeh County. Representative Jacob Dili had the highest number of districts in Grand Gedeh County that he controlled. BIE, Bao, Bo and Plo, and Kavara, where the drama is in Bison district. So now they will talk to the president there. And the president will have a say in there because the president will not want the people of Grand Gedeh County to have a different feeling. Now we are going. It is late because we wrote letters. We say vote of non-confidence. Internally between us and ourselves, using the prayer mentality, 95% of them, they are recommending people who's supposed to be the next superintendent. Allegedly.
Okay. We we we
You see that?
we will dive into that.
So,
We're trying to the people
so
that we're going to take
yeah.
an hour and 30 minutes here. We are going to 2 hours, but. So we don't have caller tonight.
We are still reading the numbers, but sometimes when people are not calling, they are glued to the radio. They say, "Oh
Yeah,
yes, in fact, the guys are speaking my mind." Again, to
let
give
me
you the
get. Okay, I just lost my crew, and I know that probably technical issue. We don't want to say internet. Uh, we don't also want to say that they lost power. We just will assume that either one of those might have happened because electricity is not stable in Africa. Probably they want to switch power, but that's it, my people. That's what the platform is about. You know, we don't tear down people because we hate them. No, we discuss issues. We are the voice of the voiceless. I think you see why we carry the county emblem, voice of Gede, the voice of the people and the voice of the voiceless. I will speak to you on this platform. It's relay on the station in Grand Gede. And if you follow the station, that is Voice of Gede FM, it comes on every 6 o'clock Liberia time. That will be 11 p.m. my time. I mean, 11 a.m. my time. Sorry, let me not confuse myself. So 6 a.m. their time will be 11 p.m. my time. They come on with the Crown Language program for 1 hour. That is from 11 p.m. my time to 12 a.m. my time. Now in the East Coast will be 1 a.m. their time, and it will be 6 a.m. Liberia time. So 11 a.m. my time will be 6 p.m. Liberia time. So the Crown Language program come on as well. Then we got other programs, even the full life language program come on Thursday. So we are working on that. But I just want to make this clear to you that we can be relayed. So if you choose to do business with us, maybe you want to announce your birthday party, you got your wedding coming, or you want to talk about your institution or your organization, we can get you on the platform. Excuse me. Or you just want to speak with the station directly, you can call them. They give the WhatsApp number, or you can call my number, or you get in touch with the manager now, Mr. Randall Young Power City. He called that Jesus Fanocon, but the other one there. And, you can get in touch with maybe Augusto Bain or Mr. Prince Doe, who had a Prince Doe show. They will give you the contact so you can contact them. You want to speak with your people, you got NSI news, which your code will not pray for. You want to relay it, the station can care for you. You want to celebrate your birthday, your wedding, anniversary, anything you want it to be announced, we are open to it. When you're having it here, you want family background to get to know about it, we can also offer you the service. As we are on this platform, it has been relayed. And the reason why we chose to do that because we noticed that not everyone have the social media platform. You know, so we try to do everything possible, to relay on our local station so the people will get it. So for now, we want to thank you and we want to say see you next week. We are working on things to be opening during the week, but we will try to do that. We are working on adjusting the time as well. But thank you very much for being the listening or playing the listening role. And thank you for following Voice of Gede. You can follow all on our WhatsApp page, on our YouTube, on our Instagram, and our Facebook page as well. Thank you for always being with us, and may the Almighty God continue to bless you. Like we say, we will not leave the topic until we see where it ends. We are there to speak for the voiceless, and we are there to speak for our people. Thank you.